Have you ever wondered what really happened during Lucifer's rebellion and where Jesus was in all of it? The story of Lucifer's fall is one of the most mysterious and dramatic events in biblical history. Once a magnificent archangel, he dared to challenge God himself, leading a cosmic rebellion that changed everything. But where was Jesus during this time? What role did he play in the battle against Lucifer's pride? Today, we'll take a deep dive into Scripture to uncover the truth about this heavenly conflict. Stay with us until the end, because what you're about to learn might change the way you see spiritual warfare forever. If you're ready, let's get started. Before his fall, Lucifer was a highly honored archangel in heaven, entrusted with leading worship before God's throne. He was described as being perfect in wisdom and beauty, adorned with precious stones and possessing great abilities. Ezekiel 28:14-15 refers to him as a guardian cherub, walking among the fiery stones of God's holy mountain. Lucifer was not just any angel. He held a significant position, reflecting divine splendor and authority. However, despite his high status, pride began to take root in his heart. His wisdom and beauty, once used for God's glory, led to self-exaltation. His initial purpose was to serve and worship God, but he began to desire power for himself. Though he was created perfect, his downfall started when wickedness was found in him, marking the beginning of a cosmic rebellion that would change the course of history. Lucifer's rebellion began when pride overtook his heart, leading him to desire power equal to or greater than God's. Isaiah 14:12-15 describes how he sought to elevate his throne above the stars of God and make himself like the Most High. Instead of fulfilling his role as a servant of God, he became consumed with ambition, believing he was worthy of ultimate authority. His arrogance led him to challenge God's supremacy, persuading a third of the angels to follow him in his rebellion. Revelation 12:4. However, his plan failed and God cast him out of heaven. What started as self-glorification turned into disgrace and downfall. His story serves as a powerful warning against pride, showing that seeking to replace God rather than serve him leads to destruction. Lucifer's rebellion marked the beginning of his transformation into Satan, the adversary of God and humanity. Jesus was present during Lucifer's rebellion because he has always existed as part of the Trinity. John 1:1-3 states that, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." This confirms that Jesus, as the eternal Word, was with the Father when all things were created, including the angels. Since Jesus and the Father are one, John 10:30, he witnessed Lucifer's prideful uprising. Unlike Lucifer, who sought to exalt himself, Jesus demonstrated perfect humility, later taking on human form to save humanity. Though the Bible does not specify Jesus' direct actions during the rebellion, his presence as God affirms his ultimate authority over creation. Jesus and the Father loved Lucifer before his fall, but his choice to rebel led to his expulsion from heaven, reinforcing the consequences of pride and disobedience. Lucifer's punishment was swift and absolute. God cast him out of heaven, stripping him of his former glory and position. Ezekiel 28:6-17 describes how his pride and corruption led to his downfall. "So I drove you in disgrace from the mount of God. Your heart became proud on account of your beauty." Isaiah 14:15 further states that Lucifer was brought down to the realm of the dead, to the depths of the pit. His rebellion not only resulted in his own fall, but also the expulsion of the angels who followed him, Revelation 12:9. Once a radiant being, Lucifer became Satan, the adversary of God and humanity. His punishment demonstrates God's justice. No creature, no matter how powerful, can stand against the Almighty. His exile serves as a warning that pride leads to destruction, while obedience to God ensures eternal security. Lucifer was created in the image of God, reflecting divine beauty and glory before his fall. Ezekiel 28:13 describes how he was adorned with every precious stone, sapphire, emerald, and jasper, just as Revelation 4:3 describes God's throne surrounded by similar radiant stones. This connection suggests that Lucifer's original appearance mirrored God's splendor, emphasizing his high status in heaven. The high priest's breastplate in Exodus 28 verse 17 to 20, which contained 12 precious stones representing the tribes of Israel, also symbolizes God's divine image reflected in his creation. However, despite being crafted in perfection, Lucifer allowed pride to corrupt him. His desire to elevate himself above God led to his ultimate downfall. His story serves as a reminder that being made in God's image is a privilege, but without humility and obedience, even the most exalted being can fall into ruin. Jesus' role in the cosmic order is central as he has always existed as part of the Trinity and holds ultimate authority over all creation. Though the Bible does not provide a detailed account of his actions during Lucifer's rebellion, his presence is undeniable. Colossians 1:16 states, "For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him." This affirms that Jesus was present and sovereign even as Lucifer rebelled. As the Prince of Peace, he embodies stability and justice in the face of chaos. Though Lucifer and his followers were cast out, Jesus' role remained unchanged. His eternal authority ensures that God's divine plan prevails, leading to his eventual mission to redeem humanity from sin. Lucifer's downfall teaches a powerful lesson. Pride leads to destruction, while humility brings exaltation. Proverbs 16:8 warns, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall." Lucifer, once a glorious being, lost everything because he sought to elevate himself above God. His rebellion serves as a warning that self-exaltation and disobedience lead to ruin. In contrast, Jesus demonstrated perfect humility, leaving his heavenly throne, take on human form, and die for humanity's sins. Philippians 2, verse 6-8. He taught, "For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." Matthew 23:12. While Lucifer fell because of pride, Jesus was exalted because of humility. This lesson applies to all. True greatness comes not from seeking power, but from serving others. By following Jesus' example, we can avoid the fate that befell Lucifer. Lucifer's rebellion highlights the importance of humility and obedience to God. Once a magnificent angel, he lost everything because of pride and self-exaltation. His fall serves as a reminder that no one, no matter how powerful, can challenge God's authority and remain standing. In contrast, Jesus, who had every right to exalt himself, chose humility, becoming a servant to fulfill God's plan of salvation. Philippians 2:6-8. His obedience led to his ultimate glorification, proving that submission to God's will leads to true greatness. James 4:10 teaches, "Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up." Lucifer's fall and Jesus' exaltation provide a clear contrast. Pride leads to ruin, but humility leads to eternal reward. By choosing humility, faith, and obedience, we align ourselves with God's divine order and secure a place in his kingdom. Lucifer's fall shows that pride leads to destruction, while humility brings true glory. Jesus, present from the beginning, showed us the path to true greatness through obedience and sacrifice. Will you follow the way of pride like Lucifer, or the way of humility like Christ? If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more biblical insights. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Lucifer ever had a chance at redemption? Check out our other videos for more powerful biblical truths. See you next time.